What is up, YouTube? We got the unhealthiest restaurant in America. Why it's controversial? Unhealthiest restaurant. I thought it was like a food critic at first, and they were saying they were unhealthy, but I guess it's a restaurant.
When John Basso first opened the Heart Attack
That's probably why. So it's called the Heart Attack Grill.
he had no idea that serving the
Turn this
world's
bitch up.
unhealthiest menu would come with so much controversy. Countless lawsuits,
damn.
an avalanche of bad press, and multiple heart attacks on the premises. Prior to opening the Heart Attack Grill
Literal
in
heart attacks?
2005, Basso owned 3 different
You can't
exercise
fucking open a restaurant called the Heart Attack and then literally give people heart attacks, bro. Who the fuck would go there?
gyms over a 12-year period, where he'd advised clients on their dietary and exercise needs, as well as on techniques of caloric
Like,
reduction.
if you're gonna open some shit like that, I don't.
However, he felt this was an untruthful line of work, stating, "It's disgusting because you're promising people things that are outside their genetic possibility. Instead of being a slimy, crooked, dishonest peddler of health and fitness services, I would actually launch a hamburger concept that would be absolutely honest, and that's the only guiding principle."
Hey, this is bad for you, and it's gonna kill you.
The first Heart Attack Grill in Arizona featured a front door sign reading, "Caution, this establishment is bad for your health," before they'd later add cash only because you might die before the check clears. Inside, they'd proudly display the catchphrase "taste worth dying for." However, the most insane piece of signage was without a doubt this, reading, "Anyone over 350 pounds eats for free all day, every day, unlimited."
What the fuck?
With the only
Bro, that's, oh my
rules
god.
being no taking food
They're
to
never
go,
gonna
no
fucking-
sharing with others, and does not
That's
include
so bad,
beverages.
bro.
Although this wasn't the
If you're
only
already
limited service
huge as
offered by the
fuck, guess what? You can eat
Instead of a
all the
salad
free
bar,
food
there's
you
an
want.
all-you-can-eat flatliner fries bar.
To serve the free meals, Basso took a tip from Hooters by hiring a bunch of sexy nurses, with a theme of honesty also extending into the job application process, with questions such as whether the applicant has an innie or outie
What the
belly button,
fuck?
who would they have a hot one-night stand with, their opinion on certain conspiracy theories, and a comment stating, "No one gives a damn about your academic
That is so
achievements,
fucking weird.
but if you want to bore us with them, go right ahead." As the head of the restaurant, John spends every day dressed as a doctor, stating, "We promote nicotine, alcohol, caffeine, fat, cholesterol,
What the
sodium, all the building blocks of a quality, healthy, good time," with these insane statements leading to his first appearance on a local news station.
There is a restaurant in Tempe where the food is so rich they call their big burger the quadruple bypass. Not everybody thinks that's funny, least of all the Arizona Board of Nursing.
The news story then stated that the American Nursing Board had received 5 or 6 complaints about them calling their waitresses nurses. However, 5 or 6 complaints was a small price
That
to
bitch,
pay,
bro, it's so
given the story
fucking
was
fat.
basically free advertising.
If
Alright,
you
so
have
if
to
you
eat, my bad, I accidentally cut it off. If you have to eat a fucking burger where you have to hold it like this and take a bite of the bottom and then a bite of the top, that shit is too big and there's no reason for you to be eating that shit, dog.
You know where to
That's
go.
it.
It's called the Heart Attack Grill.
This then turned into further news coverage, where John explained the other ways in which the restaurant might kill you.
We don't do Diet Coke. We don't do light beers.
Why?
We don't even provide lettuce on our burgers.
With the unique
The
approach being
fuck,
all of their
bro?
competitors.
John, this is creating a firestorm. I have a feeling this is just what you wanted.
Well, I can't say that I don't enjoy the publicity. It definitely does pack the seats in the restaurant. We've been so lucky as of recently, our web traffic exceeds McDonald's.com.
After noticing that media
No
stories
fucking
helped the
shot.
business grow, that attempt to set the Guinness World Record for the world's unhealthiest burger, achieving such with the 9,982 calorie quadruple bypass burger, although this gluttonous piece of food would be served with a side of tragedy. The Heart Attack Grill had introduced a spokesperson named Blair River, who at 6'8", 570 pounds appeared in all of the restaurant's ads.
I'm up another few inches. Who needs these old pants? I could eat for free.
In a 2011 news report, Blair talked about feeling incredibly
That ain't good,
healthy.
bro.
This is good stuff. Everyone should be modern sized like myself.
However, he passed away before the interview even aired.
Sadly, we now know how long that was. Blair died last week at the age of 29. His family says the cause of death was pneumonia.
Even in death, the Heart Attack Grill maintained their brutally honest branding.
Had he have been thinner, he most probably would have survived that pneumonia.
Aren't you glorifying obesity, which obviously kills?
Absolutely.
With Basso taking this even further in a different interview.
What is wrong with this guy,
You
bro?
die here, I'm not going to lie to you. That's great for business. I'll say it again. Death is great for business at the Heart Attack Grill.
Although the media's goal of discrediting the founder only did the opposite. It's actually refreshing to see someone so painfully honest. The owner is great. He makes no
Bro,
apologies,
it's
nor
like,
should he.
duh, like, if somebody died in a fucking McDonald's, like, of course it's gonna give McDonald's some attention. Doesn't mean you have to be like, yes, bro. I'm gonna be honest, like, if you do that, like, you're filling my pockets up, bro.
You
It's
can't
like, what is
blame
wrong
him for
with you,
people
bro?
doing this to themselves. It's impossible to hate this guy because he's being 100% honest. In a different interview,
So you're
Basso
gonna
showed
fuck
his
with
more
Jeffrey Dahmer
compassionate
just 'cause he's
side
being
by
honest with
stating,
you, bro.
cynical people
That's what you're
might think
saying.
this River's death is funny.
It's
People
hard to
who
not
knew
like
him
him
are
because
crying
he's
their
literally
eyes
telling the
out.
truth.
There is a lot of mourning going on around here. You couldn't have found a better person. Even if he was skinny, we would have given him the job. We would have just put a fat suit on him. He just had personality, as did the restaurant's next spokesperson, Ernie Hart, who wouldn't last long either.
See the last
although
spokesman?
for a
He
slightly
died.
different reason. In October 2011, Basso moved the restaurant to the land of indulgence, pleasure, and poor short-term choices, Las Vegas. The new and improved restaurant featured a public electronic cattle scale, as well as new signage reading "Fighting Anorexia Since 2005" and "Send Hate Mail To," followed by their address. The new location also led to a brand new slogan,
"Remember, the calories you eat in Vegas stay in Vegas,"
as well as an instant
No.
increase in business.
I don't
We've
think
both
so.
doubled in terms of money, in terms of square footage.
However, the
Oh,
craziest
I thought you were gonna
change
say
was without a doubt
calories,
their
like-
menu. Despite their quadruple bypass already holding the record for the highest calorie burger, the Heart Attack Grill then doubled their invention, creating the octuple bypass burger, which featured 8 patties, 40 pieces of bacon, and 19,900 calories. At around the same point in time, the Heart
Wait.
Attack pieces of bacon and 19,900 calories.
19,000?
The Heart Attack Grill
All I
updated
heard
their
was
websites
900,
to
bro.
include free video and images for the press, where the motivation for the octuple bypass burger became pretty obvious. They
Who
were
was
trying to
getting
generate
that
media
shit?
attention, and this is exactly what they got. The new burger led to over 100 million views worth of exposure on YouTube, as different content creators visited the restaurant to see if they could eat it. Those who could, such as Matt Stoney, were given a ride out of the restaurant in a novelty wheelchair.
But people like Matt Stoney, they literally have to work out and burn like 5,000 calories every day just to do
there
that
were
shit.
others who were forced to leave in an ambulance.
Your average fucking restaurant goer ain't gonna do that.
Hospital after eating a sandwich called the triple bypass burger.
Bro,
In February
there's no
2012,
way this
an
bitch
article
is
was
still a
published
thing in
titled "Man has
2023.
heart attack while eating at the Heart Attack Grill," which is followed by another article only 2 months later reading, "Heart Attack Grill lives up to its name again this week when a woman collapsed in their Las Vegas restaurant. This marks the second person to fall victim to their horrifically caloric food in less than a year, with the Heart Attack Grill responding in the most
19,000.
appropriate way by bragging about it on their website. 2 ambulance departures in less than 60 days left an indelible mark on the Heart Attack Grill's public image. Dr. John delivered a clear message to the media.
Bro, your fucking
that such
spokesman
tragedies
literally
shall inevitably
died.
continue due to having clientele which he refers to as being the avant-garde of nutritional risk takers.
Did that heart attack pad my wallet with money? Absolutely. Did I enjoy that? Absolutely.
Although this is still nothing compared to what would happen 1 year
hell?
later. The Heart Attack Grill had a new unofficial spokesperson named John Alleman, who was recognized as the restaurant's most loyal customer. He never missed a day, even on Christmas, Basso said. People just loved him. He connected with people in
How
a
do you
real
not
way.
miss a day
Although
at
all
the
of this
fucking
changed on the 11th of
fattest
February
restaurant
2013.
in the world?
After chowing down on his daily feed at the grill, John Alleman suffered a heart attack and died while
my
waiting
God.
for the bus at the front of the store. This led to Basso's craziest PR stunt to date,
They'll say it's grotesque. They'll say, how can you keep the man's cremation here?
with Basso keeping the cremation inside the restaurant as he wants you to know his food kills so that maybe you'll stop eating junk. This man is willing to sacrifice his reputation and maybe even his humanity to try and make the world a healthier place. I respect him for it. Basso believes the
That's
restaurant
fucking
helps customers
crazy,
to
bro.
reflect on their own choices, having stated anybody who's over 350 pounds gets on that
Like,
scale.
do we really think the man who died is going to be sitting there thinking like fuck yeah, like the restaurant killed me, like this is my home? It got you fucking killed, buddy.
Like the big sumo wrestler they are, treat them
You
like
fucking
a champ.
kidding
Make
me?
them feel good for that moment. Give them free food. all
How is
they
his
want.
family
These
okay with
people
that?
go
He
home
just
at
has
night and they
ashes.
Ponder that and say, "Wow, why did I just get free food and have the whole restaurant applauding for me? Because I'm a freak, plain and simple." Before adding, "I'm running an obesity intervention and I think it works." I really do. Everybody should check out our Facebook and see a lot of people say, "Hey, Dr. John, I've lost 82 pounds since the last time I was in." It's the X factor, something that snapped in that person that said, "Wow, I'm gonna make a change in my life, and they did, and that's fabulous. With this sentiment also showing up in the YouTube comments. The Heart Attack Grill restaurant has motivated me to take care of myself, stick to my diet. The namesake restaurant actually sends a very positive message. If you don't take care of yourself today, you might find yourself eating a free meal at my restaurant in the not so distant future, because everyone over 350 pounds eats for free, and therefore Basso believes the restaurant is an overall positive.
I am a believer.
I don't even know what I'm thinking right now, bro. Like, everything about this is so fucking like just crazy.
However, you won't be surprised to hear that not everybody agrees.
He's deliberately trying to get people to eat more than they need.
With this being echoed by the legendary Anthony Bourdain, who stated, "There is a restaurant in Vegas, I think it's called the Heart Attack Grill, where if you're over 350 pounds you eat for free. I think that should be pretty much a war crime." On top of this, a former waitress went public, talking about her terrible time working at the restaurant, explaining that after a man passed out mid-meal, a manager made me take out my cell phone to record a video of the whole thing so they could send it to the media. It was on a Friday afternoon, and he hoped it would make the news so they could have a busy weekend. On the opposite end of the spectrum, a different waitress stated this.
I've been here 11 years. I enjoy this way.
11
So the
years?
experience clearly depends on which person you ask.
What the
In a different
fuck?
instance, the PCRM sent a letter to Basso asking him to declare moral bankruptcy and close the Heart Attack Grill. However, given the restaurant earned $5.5 million in revenue last year, it seems obvious that Dr. John Basso and the Heart Attack Grill won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
So that shit is still a thing. How are they literally like? Is it like, are they just allowed to because they fucking advertise it? Like, this place will kill you. Like, is that literally what they're about to do? Like, you have to sign a waiver just to get in? What the fuck is going on here? Controversial, yes, but all our fault, also yes. This guy lies for nobody. Still, bro. He's such a little psychopath about it. He's like, our restaurant killed this man and we kept his ashes. We know he would have loved it. I don't think so, bro. The fuck?